Ross Lipson, CEO, Dutchie, on the Dales Report.
All right, we are joined with the CEO of Dutchie, Mr. Ross Lipson. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So where are you based out of?
So we are based out of Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon. So how's life out west over the last few months?
It's good. I mean, the last few months have obviously thrown us a curveball. Fortunate to be in Bend. It's a small town, Central Oregon, happy, healthy, beautiful surroundings. So it's a good place to be right now.
Yeah, I would think. Obviously, Oregon's a great place. And how's the cannabis industry? You know, there's a lot, like when you think of cannabis, you obviously think of the state of Oregon. What are some of the things and you see on a day-to-day basis that maybe you can share with people that are located across the country?
Yeah, cannabis industry is an exciting industry, but like all industries, it has its obstacles. So it's a nascent industry that has a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of potential. And a lot of people come into it eyes wide open, which is a good thing, but it's important, I think, to just temper that expectation and to look at it from, be mindful that it's a new industry and it's changing pretty quickly. So the obstacles and the hurdles that you have to jump through are sometimes, in this sense, a bit higher than other industries. So I would say in a nutshell, very exciting, a lot of opportunity, but that doesn't negate, you need to be really smart and thoughtful about how you're approaching it.
Makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about you and Dutchie. What a track record that you have. Obviously, entrepreneurship is in your blood. So born and raised in Michigan, then moved to Toronto, started an online company called Grub Canada, which was grocery delivery, correct?
I was actually food delivery from restaurants to consumers.
Okay. So had a great exit strategy, and now you're obviously into the cannabis space. So what are some of the similarities that you see in the food space with cannabis now that this is your new venture?
Yeah, so I started Grub Canada in 2008, which was Canada's first online food ordering service. And fortunately, we had that perspective of what online food ordering, how it started. It was really early on when we joined the industry, and what it's become today, which, as we all know, at scale, and a very, very popular category. There's a lot of similarities, but there's also some differences. From the product and the processes that we run as an organization, very similar. However, the difference between food and cannabis is very different. So a couple examples that stand out is one, the regulations. So in food, we didn't deal with regulations that were something that we had to maneuver, through and cooperate with, which as a positive and a negative. There's a bigger barrier to entry in the cannabis space, so there's less competition, which is a positive. But of course, it sometimes hinders the speed at which you want to tackle certain projects or initiatives. On the other side, there's other examples like a menu in the restaurant space is, for the most part, pretty static. A restaurant's menu doesn't change much throughout the course of the year. They may add a few items, they may increase prices because of inflation. In the cannabis space, it's the complete opposite. So dispensary and retailers' menus are changing constantly.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're bringing in new product every day. They're selling out of new product every day. So what we've had to do in the restaurant space, you're able to manually update the menu. In the cannabis space, you have to integrate with their point of sale system. So there's live time updates, which takes the lift off of the dispensary and allows for our software to automate that process. So there's a huge value add to the retailer there.
So you're adjusting in real time, which is obviously important in today's day and age, right?
Yeah, really important for the consumer to see what they actually have, the live inventory, and then for the dispensary, so they don't have to update this inventory constantly. But for us, it's a challenge. These tech integrations with these point of sale systems are very intricate, and it's one of the parts of the industry that we excel in. And it's definitely a competitive advantage of ours.
So walk me through, what void are you filling in this industry in addition to what you just outlined?
Yeah, so also back, kind of looping in that last question and answering this one at the same time. In food, you didn't need this education for the consumer. A pizza is a pizza. I'm good for pepperoni, mushroom, onion, no matter what pizza restaurant or shop I'm ordering from. In cannabis, it's different. You want this. There's a huge value proposition to educating the consumer on not only what products the retailer has in stock, but also let's learn about the product. Is it a sativa indica hybrid? What's the THC CBD? I want to see a percentage. I want to see a photo, a description. I want to learn about the product to make an educated buying decision. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the voids that online ordering fills. It's not just convenience like food offers the consumer, but on top of convenience, it's that education of not only what they have, but let's learn about the products to give the consumer an educated experience to purchasing products.
So let's look on the other side in the dispensary owner. So walk me through, why would a dispensary owner pay a monthly fee if potentially they could do it on their own? What is it that you can provide that they're not able to do?
Yeah, so we have a really off-the-shelf plug-and-play solution that integrates with their point of sale and automates an online ordering menu for pickup or delivery, for recreational or medical use, depending on what that retailer offers. And then we've baked in the software to solve for compliance, for taxes, for product content, all of the heavy lift that the dispensary would have to do on their own, we've done for them. So it's a piece of technology that enables not only the big, but also the smaller mom and pop dispensaries to have a cutting edge offering to their consumers.
Have you seen your business inadvertently expand even more since COVID, knowing that a lot of people are focused? Let's face it, a lot of people I've spoken to, even though the black market at times is cheaper, they're choosing the route of health, wellness, safety, curbside appeal, curbside delivery. So what are you hearing from dispensaries during this time? And like I said, do you think inadvertently COVID has actually helped the industry as a whole, especially knowing that it's been deemed as an essential business?
Yeah, so you just said it best at the end there. So being deemed as an essential business, it really shows the perspective that the country and the masses have on this industry, on the cannabis industry. So that's shed a very positive light and moved the cannabis industry as a whole forward. For us specifically at Dutchie, being in the online ordering sector of the space, it's been extremely positive, and we've seen a lot of growth through COVID. Simply being that we offer a safe, compliant, and option for the consumer to access cannabis, whether it's through curbside, through delivery, or even in-store pickup. It's far more efficient when you order online, so you don't have to spend as much time in the store. So this really, COVID's just accelerated. I think that it was inevitable that in time, consumers and retailers would see the value of online ordering for the cannabis space like they did in the food space. And COVID just accelerated that. I would say that we kind of saved ourselves a few years here to show the consumers and the retailers there's a lot of value to online ordering, specifically in this time of this pandemic.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of people's purchasing habits have definitely adapted and changed. So do you feel a lot of the consumers will go back to their old ways, or is this more of a, once we've got them, they're going to stick forever now?
Yeah, I think most of them will stick forever. There's a lot of value and convenience and education and so many other positive aspects to online ordering. And I think this is the same as grocery as it is in restaurants. Fortunately, again, I saw the restaurant space and online food ordering mature over the last decade, and now we're seeing the grocery sector mature. Cannabis is following that. There's value to ordering online from the comfort of your own home and having that menu with all of the tools that the online ordering software gives you, from sorting the menu by category or by certain features. So I think that to answer your question, a lot of it will stick and stay.
Timing is everything. So when I look at this right now, you're in your mid-30s, entrepreneur, got a nationwide brand going, had an incredible exit strategy. When I look at the back end of your business as well, like you've got Kevin Durant, you've got Snoop Dogg that are investors in this company. These are some big names. So, walk me through, how did the whole relationship begin, and how did it come to like where it is today?
Yeah, so we started in 2017. We just hit our third birthday here, so we're still young, got a long way to go, but we've had an incredible start. I think so. When we first started in Oregon and gained traction, I was fortunate to be connected with Casa Verde Capital, which is a VC here based out of California, focused on the cannabis space.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg is a partner at that firm, and we hit it off with Casa Verde. They're phenomenal team there. Great group of people that have a really, really strong perspective on the cannabis space. Their network is strong, their reputation is great, and they have a knack for understanding the business models in the cannabis space. So fortunately, we teamed up with them. They invested at our seed round. On the other note, with Kevin Durant, fortunately, we were able to connect with 35 Ventures, which was formerly known as the Durant Company. It's Kevin Durant's venture capital firm. And again, great people at the helm there, strong vision, understanding technology models, and then how we could use them to market to the masses. So fortunately, we brought a great group of investors behind us that shared that same vision we have for Dutchie and the cannabis space as a whole. And it's been phenomenal working with them. And we continue to bring on new investors as we kind of move through the cannabis space. And hopefully we'll have some.
Can you hint some of those names?
So yeah, well, hopefully we have some good news coming up soon that we could share with everybody.
That's exciting. So marketing aspect, what are some of the things that Snoop and obviously Kevin Durant are doing for you?
Right now, so we have some fun things in the future that I'm going to hold off and let come to fruition before I speak on them.
So you can correct me. I'm looking at these numbers. So here you are, nationwide company. You got 72 employees, $2.2 billion in sales volume last year with Dutchie. So how does a small group within a business handle, everything that's going on, knowing that you're growing at peers at a rapid pace? And
it's a great problem to have as a company when you get flooded with inbound traffic and need to deal with it in the right way. So fortunately, we've had that foresight from previous companies we've run. It's really important to have your framework and your processes, your organization dialed. What's really behind the scenes. I simply see it as I'm driving the race car here and trying to go as fast as I can, but I can't do it without my pit crew. And that's the organization behind me. I'm just the voice of it right now. So my hat's off and kudos to my team. I couldn't do it without them. The team is phenomenal, based in Bend, Oregon, but a distributed team. We're building a team now in Canada, which is exciting. And the group of people, we all have the same mission, but we have a very strict framework that we follow and processes and that we follow to make sure that when we do see this inbound surge in traffic that we have during COVID and the first 3 years, that they're able to push it out and churn it out in the right way.
An exciting story to say the least. Best of luck moving forward. It's great to have you on, and let's keep in touch.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.